You only need these 4 exercises to transform your body, even after 50. Many people believe that once you turn 50, your body starts giving up. Strength fades, balance weakens, and energy slips away like sand through your fingers. But the truth is entirely different. It's not your age that limits you, it's how long your muscles and joints have gone without proper challenge. When we understand what the aging body truly needs, we realize that it's absolutely possible to regain mobility, stability, and strength through simple, low-impact movements. No pain, no fancy equipment, and no advanced knowledge required. Today, you'll learn 4 essential movements that can completely transform your quality of life with just a few minutes of practice each day. Best of all, you can do them right in your living room, at your own pace, and in total comfort. Exercise number 4, the glute bridge. The glute bridge is one of the most underrated exercises, especially by men. Yet when it comes to healthy aging, few muscle groups are more important than the glutes. The glutes consist of 3 major muscles. Gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in the human body. Gluteus medius. Gluteus minimus. Together, they form the foundation of your entire posterior chain, the backside muscles that support posture, movement, and balance. The problem is, modern life trains these muscles to shut down. Think about it. We spend 10+ years sitting in classrooms. Another 4 to 5 years in university lecture halls. Then decades in office chairs, 8 to 10 hours a day. Then we go home, and sit again. At dinner. Watching TV. Scrolling our phones. This long-term sitting creates what experts call sleeping glute syndrome. Inactive glutes become weak and unable to perform their vital role. After age 50, this leads to chronic hip pain, lower back instability, knee problems, changes in how you walk, and a much higher risk of falling. Why the glute bridge works? The glute bridge reverses all of this, with precision. Lying on your back, knees bent, and feet on the floor, you lift your hips in a controlled motion. This simple action activates the dormant muscle fibers in your glutes and brings them back to life. A hidden benefit, boosting your metabolism. Here's something most people don't know: the gluteus maximus isn't just huge, it's also one of the body's biggest energy users. When you strengthen it, you build a natural calorie-burning machine. Even at rest, your body will burn more calories. Think of it like passive income, but for your health. Research shows that just 500 grams, about 1 pound, of added muscle can increase your basal metabolic rate by roughly 50 calories per day, with 0 extra effort. How to perform the glute bridge correctly. Lie on your back on a mat or soft surface. Bend your knees about 90 degrees and place your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Keep your arms relaxed at your sides, palms down. Slowly lift your hips upward until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Pause at the top, then lower back down with control. Important tip. Don't pull your heels too close to your glutes, it limits your range and reduces the effectiveness of the movement. When performing the glute bridge, one common mistake is letting the tension shift to the hamstrings instead of keeping the focus on the glutes. To prevent this, slightly engage your abdominal muscles to stabilize your spine. Then press your heels into the floor as you lift your hips, aiming to form a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. The secret is in your intention. Feel the glutes doing the work. Your lower back and legs should only assist, not take over. Small Blue Diamond Pro tip for extra glute activation. Actively press your heels into the ground throughout the movement. You'll notice a deeper contraction in the glutes almost immediately. Try it, it really makes a difference. When lowering your hips back down, do it slowly and with control. This part of the movement, the return phase, or eccentric phase, is where some of the greatest strength and mobility gains happen. Crossmark common mistakes to avoid. Overarching your lower back at the top of the movement. Your spine should stay in a neutral position, with only a slight natural curve. Avoid excessive arching. Lifting the hips too high. Your hips should stop rising once your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Going beyond this adds no extra benefit and can put stress on your lower back. White heavy checkmark suggested routine for beginners, age 50 plus. Start with 2 sets of 10 reps, resting for 1 minute between sets. Focus on slow, mindful reps, holding the squeeze at the top for a second or two. As you get stronger, gradually increase to 3 sets of 15 reps. Exercise number 3, the wall squat. While the classic squat is often called the king of exercises, and for good reason, it can be intimidating for people over 50, especially if you haven't exercised in a while. The wall squat is the perfect alternative. This smart variation keeps most of the squat's benefits while removing the strain on joints and balance, making it a safer choice for older adults. Small blue diamond. Why the wall squat works. It deeply targets the quadriceps, front thigh muscles. It also activates the glutes, hamstrings, and core. It does all of this without overloading the knees or lower back. The wall squat helps bridge the gap between inactivity and full mobility, making it ideal for gently rebuilding strength and confidence in your body. And no, it's not just an easier squat. The constant isometric tension, holding the position, trains muscular endurance and joint stability, 2 things that naturally decline with age but are vital for independence. Real-life benefits. Improved walking and balance. Many people over 50 begin to feel unsteady on stairs or rough surfaces. That's often due to weak quadriceps, and wall squats directly address that. Easier standing up. This exercise strengthens the knee extensor mechanism, helping you get up from chairs or sofas without needing support, a key sign of functional independence in later years. How to do a wall squat correctly. Stand with your back against a flat, solid wall. Step your feet forward about 1.5 foot lengths from the wall. Slowly slide down the wall as if sitting in an invisible chair. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, with your toes pointing slightly outward. Lower yourself until your thighs are nearly parallel to the floor, knees above the ankles. Hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds to start, then slowly return to standing. Over time, you can build up to 45 to 60 seconds per hold for 2 to 3 sets. Wall squat, mastering form and progression. Your goal with the wall squat is to lower your body until your thighs are parallel to the floor, forming a 90-degree angle at the knees. But here's something very important, especially for beginners or anyone with joint limitations. Small orange diamond. Only go as low as you feel comfortable. Even if you can only lower yourself a quarter of the way at first, that's perfectly fine. As you build strength and mobility, you'll be able to go deeper over time. Crossmark. Common mistakes to avoid. Tensing the neck by raising your shoulders toward your ears, this creates unnecessary strain. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Holding your breath, this limits your control and stability. Instead, maintain a steady breathing rhythm. Backhand index pointing right. Inhale through your nose. Backhand index pointing right. Exhale through your mouth. This helps keep you centered and focused, especially during longer holds. White heavy checkmark suggested progression for the wall squat. Start with 2 sets of 15 to 20 seconds, resting 1 minute between sets. Once comfortable, increase to 3 sets of 30 seconds. Then progress to 45 seconds and eventually 60 seconds per set. Small blue diamond. Pro tip for added challenge. Place a small ball or cushion between your knees and gently squeeze it throughout the movement. This activates your adductors, inner thigh muscles, and enhances lower body engagement. Before we move to the next movement, don't forget to subscribe to the channel or follow your trusted fitness resource. Access to accurate, science-based guidance is key to building long-term strength and health, especially after 50. Exercise number 2, Decline Push UPS. Advanced upper body strength, no equipment needed. Decline push-ups are a powerful variation of the classic push-up. They provide one of the most effective ways to train your upper body at home, especially the muscles that often weaken with age. Pectorals, chest. Anterior deltoids, front shoulders. Triceps, back of the upper arms. What makes this exercise more intense is the positioning. Your feet are elevated, placing your body at a downward angle. This shift increases the load on your upper chest, especially the clavicular head of the pectoralis major, the upper portion of your chest. Flexed biceps. Why this matters for men over 50. As men age, the lower chest often becomes more developed, sometimes with added fat accumulation. Meanwhile, the upper chest remains undertrained, creating an unbalanced look and a more pronounced clavicle, collarbone. By strengthening the upper chest, you achieve better muscle balance, improve posture and shoulder mechanics, support daily movements like reaching high shelves or pushing heavy doors, and dramatically reduce shoulder injury risk. Warning: important warning. Decline push-ups are not suitable for beginners, especially those who have taken long breaks from exercise. Jumping straight into them can strain joints or cause injury. White heavy checkmark. Safe starting point, incline push ups. If you're restarting your fitness journey, begin with incline push-ups. Place your hands on an elevated, stable surface, like a kitchen counter, table, or sturdy sofa back. Keep your feet on the floor and form a straight line from head to heels, like a plank. Lower your chest toward the surface, then push back up to the starting position. Small orange diamond. The higher the surface, the easier the exercise. Small orange diamond. As you get stronger, gradually reduce the height until you can do push-ups on the floor, and eventually decline push-ups with your feet elevated. The beauty of push-ups lies in how easily they can be adjusted to your strength level, and over time, push-ups become one of the most effective upper body movements you can do without equipment. White heavy checkmark. Step 1, incline push ups, start smart. Beginners should begin with incline push-ups, which reduce the load on the upper body by using a raised surface for your hands. You can start with a dresser, chest height. Then progress to a table. Then a bench, and so on. Light bulb. The lower the surface, the more challenging the movement. Most people can progress from incline push-ups to traditional push-ups in about 3 weeks of consistent practice. White heavy checkmark. Step 2, traditional push ups, building the foundation. Once you feel stronger, you're ready for classic floor push-ups. Place your hands and feet on the ground, body in a straight line from heels to head. Engage your core to avoid letting the hips sag or rise. Hands should be placed slightly wider than shoulder width, fingers pointing forward or slightly out. Lower yourself until your chest nearly touches the floor, keeping elbows at a 45 degrees angle to the body. Push back up until your arms are extended, without locking your elbows. With 4 to 6 weeks of regular practice, you'll build the stability and control needed for the next stage. White heavy checkmark. Step 3, decline push ups, advanced strength without equipment. Now that you've developed enough strength and control, it's time for decline push-ups, a powerful exercise that targets your upper chest, shoulders, and triceps. How to do it? Use a stable elevated surface, bench, box, or thick books. Small blue diamond. Ideal height, 8 to 12 inches. Get into a plank position, hands on the floor, feet elevated. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Lower your chest with control, elbows at about 45 degrees from your sides. Keep your chin slightly tucked to protect your neck. Push up using your chest muscles, until arms are straight, but don't lock the elbows. Crossmark. Common mistakes to avoid: letting the hips drop, raising the hips too high, letting the head jut forward. These errors reduce effectiveness and increase injury risk. Stay focused on form first. White heavy checkmark. Beginner-friendly progression. Start with 2 sets of 8 to 10 reps, resting 90 seconds between sets. As you get stronger, increase to 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Exercise number 1, planks, the ultimate core strengthener. Planks are often underestimated, but they're one of the most powerful full-body exercises, especially after age 50. What makes planks so effective is their ability to engage the entire core at once, far beyond just the abs. Light bulb: what is the core, really? The core isn't just the six-pack muscles, it includes more than 29 muscles that surround your torso, including transverse abdominis, obliques, internal and external, multifidus, quadratus lumborum, diaphragm and pelvic floor muscles. This network acts as your natural corset, stabilizing your spine during nearly every movement. Small blue diamond: why planks matter after 50. A strong core reduces chronic lower back pain, which affects over 80% of adults over 50. Helps with lifting, twisting, bending, and balance. Makes daily activities, like gardening, carrying groceries, or playing with grandchildren, safer and easier. Test tube: what the science says. A study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science followed sedentary adults aged 55 to 65 who began practicing planks regularly. The results showed significant improvement in core strength, posture, and reduction of lower back discomfort, all without requiring intense movement or gym access. Would you like me to help you format all 4 exercises into a complete guide or PDF-style document for sharing or printing? In one 8-week study, adults aged 55 to 65 practiced planks just 3 times per week. The results were truly impressive. White heavy checkmark: 30% average increase in core strength. White heavy checkmark: 41% average reduction in lower back pain. White heavy checkmark: 24% improvement in balance tests. White heavy checkmark: average waist reduction of 3.2 centimeters, without changing their diet. This makes planks not just a simple bodyweight move but a transformational tool for anyone over 50 looking to improve strength, posture, and even digestion. White heavy checkmark: how to perform a plank correctly. Start face down on a mat or soft surface. Place your forearms on the ground, elbows directly under your shoulders. Your forearms should be parallel, palms down or hands in light fists. Raise your body by supporting yourself on your forearms and toes, forming a straight line from heels to head. Head position is key: gaze at the floor a few inches in front of your hands to keep your neck in line with your spine. Imagine a straight rod running from head to heels, touching the back of your head, upper back, and glutes, with no sagging at the lower back. Key: the secret: conscious muscle activation. Don't just hold the position passively, engage your muscles. Lightly contract your glutes. Pull your navel inward, as if bringing your belly button toward your spine. Draw your ribs slightly downward, toward the pelvis. Keep breathing, never hold your breath. This turns a still posture into a deeply integrated full-body exercise. Light bulb: surprising benefit: better digestion. Planks deeply engage the transverse abdominis, the muscle that wraps your abdomen like a belt. Strengthening it can improve intestinal health and ease common digestive issues that often appear after 50. White heavy checkmark: progression for all levels. Feeling nervous about traditional planks? That's okay, there are easier variations that offer the same benefits with less strain. Small blue diamond knee plank, beginner friendly. Keep your upper body position the same. But instead of supporting on your toes, place your knees on the floor. This significantly reduces intensity while helping you build the foundation. Small blue diamond: how to start. Begin with 3 sets of 10 to 15 seconds. Rest 1 minute between sets. Focus on perfect form and full body engagement. As your strength improves, aim to hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Then 45 to 60 seconds per set over time. Crossmark: common mistakes to avoid. Letting hips sag: this strains your lower back. Raising hips too high forms a V shape and removes core tension. Holding your breath causes unnecessary pressure and can raise blood pressure. Movie camera bonus tip. Just like the plank and wall squat, isometric postures, those held without movement, can do wonders for your lower body. If you want to explore more exercises like these, check out the video on the screen now featuring the 6 best lower body isometric moves. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for sticking with us to the end, and may God bless you, my friend. Stay strong, stay consistent, your body is always ready to change at any age.